Welcome back. The man accused of the murder of 14-year-old Likhona Fose is expected to appear again in court on Wednesday. The accused, Mduduzi Mnisi, appeared briefly in the Roodepoort Magistrates Court last week, where he faces a charge of premeditated murder. Fose's body was found in a veld near her home in Durban Deep, west of Johannesburg, last month. Mnisi has pleaded not guilty to the charges. To tell us more about last week's court appearance and what to expect going into this week is SABC News reporter Monique Lewis. Good afternoon, Monique, and thank you for your time. So let's start with a recap of what happened in court last week and how that sets the scene for what we can expect on Wednesday.
Well, good afternoon to you, to the interview this afternoon. Indeed, it is a developing case, as you have mentioned. It's been about 2 weeks since the court case has now been sitting in for his bail application. So the first appearance that Mnisi made, he did make a brief appearance, and then thereafter it was moved to the 24th of June. So when he did appear for his second appearance on the 24th of June, where he pleaded not guilty to the charges of premeditated murder. But prior to that, we know that the magistrate who was presiding over the case before that did say to the court that Mnisi is formally being charged for premeditated murder, which is a Schedule 6 according to the Criminal Procedure Act. We know that those include acts of serious crimes in South Africa that include murder, those amongst others, and also human trafficking. So Mnisi is formally being charged currently for the premeditated murder of Likhona Fose. And then into the second court appearance that took place on the 24th of June, that's when Mnisi then took the witness stand in court and testified as to why he should have bail application. So in his testifying, he mentioned quite a number of things, actually. He mentioned the instance of what took place from the 30th of May into the time where he was arrested. So when he was testifying before the court, he mentioned that on the 30th of May, he went to his parole officer in Krugersdorp to go and sign on his roll out, because we know that Mnisi was out on parole due to the conviction charges that he was facing in 2009. So we know that Mnisi is a convicted felon. We know that he was charged and he was found guilty on the charges of robbery and attempted murder, and he was since out on parole in 2018. So he's been in parole, and we know that since his arrest, his parole has been cut off, and he was sent back into jail. Hence, he's in jail currently. Yeah. So what he explained to us in court, to Lasiwe, is that on the 30th of May, he went to his parole officer, and then he told his parole officer that there has been rumors that he murdered the teenager Likhona Fose. And upon so, he also mentioned that the investigating officer presiding over this case had also contacted him and told him to meet him in Krugersdorp. So they were supposed to actually meet, in Roodepoort, but due to Mnisi not being able to make it, Mnisi mentioned in court that the investigating officer and himself then met in Krugersdorp, and that's when the arrest took place. So upon the arrest that took place, Mnisi made a damning suspicion that the IO that's presiding over this case has been having a romantic relationship with his girlfriend. Sure. So we know that Mnisi, upon testifying on the 24th, Mnisi then mentioned that on the night that Likhona Fose was murdered, he actually spent the night at his girlfriend's place, Pinky Ganso. We know also that during the day, he mentioned before court that he actually spent the day in Davidton.
Yeah.
So he was with his friends in Davidton, and then into the evening, he then went to spend the night at his girlfriend's place. So taking it forth to the next the court date, which was last week, we know that the girlfriend was supposed to take the witness stand. So she didn't make a time in court. However, when court was supposed to take place, it was just a short appearance when the state mentioned before the court that they are requesting a postponement to the 2nd of July due to them finding more evidence.
So,
and they would like time.
Yeah.
And they would like time, yes?
Yeah, so talk to what's going to happen at the next appearance about that particular aspect, about further evidence possibly being brought to the fore. And we've not even reached the trial stage of this matter. We're still at the bail application stage.
Yes. So as we're still at the bail application stage, we know that with the state bringing forth new evidence, they did not disclose what evidence they have forward into the case. So we're not sure what to expect next week because it was a short appearance. So they asked for time to verify the information that they actually had. So we know that what we expect next week is that the state will actually present the evidence, and also that Pinky Ganso, who is Anisi's girlfriend, will take the stand to actually testify the whereabouts of Nisi, or give a witness account rather. Let me put it that way, to give a witness account as to where Nisi was that exact same evening, because according to what he said in court that he was with his girlfriend, but there are other witness accounts that says that no, Nisi was seen with the 14-year-old that evening.
All right.
So a lot is anticipated for next week, Wednesday.
All right, Monique, let's leave it there. That's Monique Lewis there, just giving you a sense of where that story is going to go, the story around the killing of 14-year-old Likhona Fose.